Good evening and welcome to our 6:30 newscast. We start with breaking news. A man is in hospital tonight after a grizzly bear attack in Awikano near Rivers Inlet. Awikano is just northeast of Vancouver Island. Now the victim, from what we're being told, was picking berries around 11 a.m. when he encountered a grizzly bear and two cubs. Now the information we have is he suffered serious injuries to his head and stomach. We are joined now live on the phone. Frank Hanyus joins us. And Frank, my understanding is you were involved in this gentleman's rescue effort or attempt to get him out of there and to getting him medical attention. Is that true, Frank?
Yes, he came to the door, and when I answered the door, I could see that he was covered in blood, and he sort of looked at me and said he just got mauled by a grizzly.
How far away is where you are to where this gentleman was attacked?
When he first talked to me, he said it was close by. Then when he sort of gained, got out of shock a little bit, it was about 1 kilometer away. So after the attack, he walked that far to here.
And just, do you know the area where he was attacked? He said he was picking berries. Do you know what that area looks like? Is there a lot of people around? Are there a lot of residents in that area, or is it pretty wild country?
Just out of the village, just a little off reserve. And
do you see a lot of grizzlies in that area?
There's always a lot of grizzlies hanging around here. Sometimes you get 2 or 3 that sort of come and go. But
attacks are not common.
Attacks aren't common. They've put a run on a few people now and then, but this is the first time that anybody's been actually mauled.
So when so was there a knock at the door? Was there screaming at the door? What was going on?
The dog started to bark, and I got up to look out the window. I could see our back door from the living room, and I seen somebody standing there, and I heard sort of a groan. So I rushed over, and I could see that he was covered in blood, one side of his face.
He was able to communicate with you? He was able to talk to you?
Yeah, he said that he just got mauled by a grizzly, and I said, where? He said he just sort of nodded down the road.
So what did you do from there? How did you help this guy out?
I tried to phone the office to get a hold of the CHR, but the line was busy, so I asked him if he could ride. I got a quad. So I managed to get him on a quad, which was pretty painful for him, and I managed to get him on so I could drive him down, and I drove him down to the band office to where our CHR is community health nurse or community health representative. And I rushed into the office and I said that John has just been mauled by a grizzly. Can you get a helicopter and let the doctors know immediately? So, things like that don't happen that often, and the office kind of got pretty excited then, and by then he couldn't move anymore.
Was it, without getting too gruesome, obviously, because this would be pretty traumatic for anybody obviously involved, was it obvious that he was losing a lot of blood, or did it look more surface in terms of the damage?
It didn't appear that he was losing too much. I went down the road there to look for the bear after that, and I didn't see any signs of blood at all. So they must have missed his arteries.
When he was on the ATV or the quad with you, was he able to hold on, or did you have to strap him in? So he was able to use his arms, he was able to function that way?
He was able to use one arm. I think one arm was, he sort of said that, I think this arm is broken. It's probably his right arm, when you use it for, defense.
Yeah, and it was, so he was able to tell you that there was 2 cubs with the grizzly?
He said there was a grizzly there. He might have surprised it when he was picking berries. I'm not sure. And we won't know until we get down there and sort of look over where he was mauled and attacked.
How long was the process from, by the time he came to your door? You're saying it was about 1 kilometer for him to walk to your door.
It was very painful. It probably took him at least 20 minutes, I bet.
Just to get to you, and then you had to get him on a quad, and then you had to get him towards where the helicopter could be. How long was that ride?
I don't know where they took him. It's probably about 25, 35 minutes from here to Port Hardy or Port McNeil, which they have a rotating emergency because of the shortage.
And how long did you have to put him, how long were you on the quad for with him on the back?
I got him to the office as quick as possible. I probably got him there in less than 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, so that was a quick turnaround.
Yeah, it was. Instead of waiting for somebody here, I just decided, bring him there as quick as possible.
And again, you say, I mean, this is rare. You've never seen anything like this before up there.
There's one guy that got pinned down, but he just got snarled at. He had a close call, but a few people that have chased right up the stairs, but nothing like this ever happened for the last 100 years since I last heard anybody get mauled.
And you know that the helicopter made it there, and that he's on route to hospital.
Yeah, he's on his route to hospital by about 2:30, I would say.
And this happened around 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Frank, thanks so much for taking the time. Incredible story. We'll be following up on this and obviously hoping for this guy to make a full recovery. And again, it sounds like he may have gotten lucky in some sense with if he was able to communicate with you, was able to hold on to be able to ride the quad, that he wasn't losing too much blood. But you're saying it was his face and his stomach that took the major hit?
Legs.
Legs.
Leg, arm, and scalp. He was, tore quite a chunk off the side of his head. It was pretty.
Wow.
Not very good to look at.
No, I bet not. No, that does not sound good at all. Well, Frank, thanks for taking the time. Good luck up there. And I imagine, have you heard anything about what they're doing with the bear? Have you heard anything within the village, or is there anyone out there looking for it?
I usually take care of stuff like that, so I was looking for him this afternoon, and I couldn't find him. But conservation officers from Williams Lake will be here 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'll take them to the scene where it happened, and we'll figure it out from there, because there's two sets. There's a mother with 2 big cubs, and there's a mother with 2 small cubs.
Okay.
It sounds like it was a mother with the 2 bigger cubs, because the dogs apparently were barking at it and making lunges at it early this morning, so it might have been still angry.
Okay.
When he ran into it, I guess.
All right. Well, thanks, Frank. We'll be talking to you again. Stay safe up there, and well done on your part to help this guy get to some medical assistance in time.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot. Frank Hanyus, who is involved in this situation, helping this gentleman out get on the quad after the gentleman walking for about a kilometer to Frank Hanyus's home, and then he was getting him on a quad and then got him to help, and he now is en route to hospital if he's not there already.